Welcome back. We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest, Mr. Ramzy Khoury, our journalist. A very good afternoon to you, Mr. Ramzy.
Good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ramzy, for your time. Now, the Israeli occupation forces continue and have warned that they will operate with unprecedented force in Gaza City. How do you see this warning, and where do you see this leading to? What do you think are, their main objective, since already half of the residents of these urban areas that are being attacked have already fled?
Well, the idea is to justify two things. Those who have refused to flee or could not flee for logistical reasons, such as not having the money to take transportation down south, or the ability to walk all the way down south, maybe 20. Now, these they want to encourage them to leave, but most importantly, they are trying to justify the huge destruction of Gaza City. What they want to do is they're going to try to level all of the buildings that are still standing and make it totally uninhabitable. And by coming out and making statements that are very loud, like the statement you mentioned, ma'am, what they are doing is they are trying to get the world to understand that what is yet to come is a huge amount of destruction and probably much more blood spilled in the whole procedure and the whole process.
Indeed. Now, Mr. Ramzy, in your opinion, what else is needed, for some action to be taken by the international community? How have they responded specifically to the ground invasion phase of the Israeli aggression?
Well, we are seeing some better stances, let's say, from Europe. Those countries that want to recognize Palestine. It seems that maybe we're going to see maybe 11 countries do that very soon. The discussion of sanctions on Israel. The European Union has said that they are going to take action. Now, the action is not full-scale sanctions, but nevertheless, this is better than the past 2 years that Europe was only making statements and taking absolutely no action on the ground. So, and we know very well that Israel really needs to feel that they are losing something if they are going to continue down this path. And this is now an opportunity to come and say, okay, we've warned you, we've told you a million times, you're still not stopping the genocide, you're still not stopping the destruction, you're still going on with the same, and therefore we are now taking action against you, and we will take more action. It's most likely what's going to happen. Now, it's sad, because this is coming after 2 years of a genocide and ethnic cleansing operation.
Yes.
It's also sad because it's not comprehensive. Taking action, for example, against specific individuals and personalities, Ben-Gvir and Smotrich will not be able to enter Europe. Okay, how is that going to stop the war? We need more. We need much more action. We need for the Europeans to come out and say we are not going to be partners in genocide, and that means a full ban on the trade agreements and all of the what I need to say, it's not just about weapons, because for Israel to feel the pain, it has to be economic pain.
Yes.
It's not just about the weapons, because they're getting the weapons they need from America. And we know that America is not going to censor Israel, nor is it going to sanction it. And therefore, what we are going to see is if the action on the part of Europe is going to be effective, then it has to be economic action. and economic action is very effective because the Israeli economy is in trouble. The Israeli economy is not in a healthy place today. But they feel that once they're done with their business, they can fix all of the problems that they have created. What the Europeans need to do today is to come and say, no, we are going to penalize you. You are going to have to pay a price. And this is why it's not enough, because it doesn't amount to a full price to be paid by Israel. And Israel really needs to feel the heat, if you like, before they actually review what they are doing and where they're going.
Indeed, Mr. Ramzy, and we're seeing, somehow a kind of action being taken, even if it's not from officials in states all around the world, but we're seeing the soft power, if you may. For example, we've seen actors and actresses and writers and poets and lots of people in the media refusing to collaborate with companies owned by Israel, saying they will not work in any productions owned by Israel. This is a kind of pressure as well, boycotting Israeli products, etc. Do you see this kind of action, even if it's by the peoples themselves that are going out, that are speaking out, or going on protests that we've seen in different areas of Europe and the United States? Do you see this as an influential power as well? Would it, in your opinion, lead to official sanctions?
It's the only thing that is scaring Israel today. It's the only thing that is scaring Israel today. All of these measures that are taken by civil society that you've mentioned are a weapon. And Israel sees it as a weapon that is very, very dangerous. If boycotts, the whole BDS divestments, etc., if that operation expands, then Israel pays a real price. But Israel is already paying a price, because Israelis who are going on holiday to Europe and elsewhere are facing the heat. They feel unwelcome. They feel that the civil society in these countries rejects them, is calling things for what it is, because civil society is talking genocide. Civil society is talking ethnic cleansing, war crimes. Civil society is demanding that Israeli leaders all go to international courts. Civil society is taking action. There are lawsuits that are being raised in Europe today. Even in Germany, there is a lawsuit that has been raised against German politicians. And not just German politicians, German CEOs of companies that sell arms to Israel.
Yes.
And they are charging them with being partners in genocide. So all of this that is happening by the side of civil society is a great victory for humanitarian law, for international law. The people are saying these governments, or the policies of these governments, do not represent us. The policies of these governments are not enough for us to be able to stop the war, the ceasefire, stop the genocide, and stop ethnic cleansing. And this is also forcing the European governments to act. So we're saying Europe now is acting, unlike what Europe has done in the past 2 years. But we're saying it's not enough. But the fact that they are doing this partial act on the ground is because of popular pressure in their countries.
Yes.
They're seeing demonstrations that they've never seen before. They're seeing people take it so seriously that it may influence next elections. So what government in Europe can afford to lose elections over Palestine and Israel? This is the question that is going on in Europe right now. So yes, it is the most important achievement. The turnaround in public opinion all over the world is creating a huge amount of pressure on the governments that have not wanted to sanction or to take an action against Israel, but also against Israel itself. because Israel now is becoming an ostracized country. It is
Absolutely.
becoming a rogue state in the eyes of the public.
Indeed. I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave it at that. We've just run out of time. I'd like to thank you very, very much, our dear guest, Mr. Ramzy Khoury, the journalist. Thank you so much, sir, for all your time and your insight. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we wrap up today's episode of Arab Affairs. You are in the company of myself, Angie Meher. Many thanks for watching.